Welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm again at the Stygian Onslaught here, which has been out for about a week now, and yeah, in my first impressions video of this, where I tried it out for the first time, I wasn't really happy about this new game mode, because it really seems like it's made for whales, or at least dolphins, people who spend money in this game, very free-to-play unfriendly, at least the higher difficulties, and yeah, I was kind of frustrated because it seemed like my characters were doing absolutely no damage on Fearless difficulty, and I was like, on my free-to-play alt, there's just no way I can get any of the reroll feathers, which I still think is kind of backwards that the reroll feathers are locked behind the higher difficulties, because the people who can clear the higher difficulties don't really need those feathers anymore, or not as much as weaker players at least, and the ones who really need these feathers can clear the higher difficulties. Like, it makes no sense still. But yeah, this is not what this video is about, because I actually was able to beat Fearless difficulty off screen. I just went back in and tried my best to clear it, and yeah, if we take a look here at the battle records, then yeah, I was able to clear it in the end. But I'm not even gonna attempt dire difficulty, because that is just not possible. I was already struggling with Fearless way too much, so there's just no way I can clear dire difficulty. And on my alt account, I actually also did manage to clear Menacing difficulty, not Fearless. Can't do that on my alt account because that's a free-to-play account, so I don't have that many characters with constellations and stuff there. And yeah, it was not easy, let me just say that. The Cryo boss on my alt account took like, I don't know how many tries. I sat there for like several hours just retrying again and again and again until I finally got like a perfect run where everything just went perfectly, and I somehow managed to defeat it with Ayaka. But yeah, the power creep in this game is just ridiculous, because Skirk and Ayaka are just on completely different levels. I love Ayaka, but my Skirk just outdamages her by so much. There's no leaderboard for Skirk yet on Akasha, I think, but if there were, I think my Skirk would be probably somewhere between top 10 and top 20%. I don't think she would quite be able to reach top 10% with the build I have on her, and my Ayaka is top 6%. So definitely a higher build quality than my Skirk, but it's still not even close. Like, Skirk is so much better. And I think even if I took out Furina here, out of this team, I would still be able to clear it. Like, in my Skirk showcase, I used a team where I used like Lila instead of Charlotte and Candace instead of Furina. And with Ayaka, I was struggling to even get the clear with a top 6% Ayaka on one difficulty lower than this. It's just not even close. So yeah, I still don't really like this game mode, but I am able to clear it on my main account to get all the rewards, except the weapon skins. But I'm not really interested in those anyway. And yeah, talking about the teams, the key to the Hydrotoper, which was actually the hardest boss here, for me at least, was to not use Pyro DPSs. I tried several different Pyro DPSs, like of course my top 0.2% Yoimiya, who sadly couldn't really do it, and then also Marwika, who was even worse than Yoimiya. And then it turned out that even though it seems like you want to use Pyro here because you get just free vaporizers because it has constant Hydro Aura, the solution for me was to just go Unga Bunga Geo damage. But yeah, it still doesn't sit right with me that my Yoimiya feels kinda useless in this game mode after all the farming I did for her over the years. I mean, she is ranked 68 currently on Akasha. I have one of the best Yoimiyas in the world, so yeah. I mean, maybe if I had Bennett, I mean have Bennett, but I haven't built him here because it's my main account where I refuse to use Bennett. I only use him on my alt account. Maybe with him I could do it. Bennett, Yunjin, and I don't know, probably Sidlali just to get rid of the little hydro thingies that it summons. But the thing with Sidlali is that she can't really activate the Cinder City buff for the Pyro DPS that she's supposed to support, because she can only react with Hydro here because of the constant Hydro Aura. That also means that she can't shred Pyro resistance through her one passive that does that usually, because, you know, only Hydro is shredded here. It's just so stupid. The constant Hydro Aura actually like ruins almost all the supports I have available on this account. But that all being said, to finally get to the meat of this video, I actually still wanna try to defeat at least one of these bosses with Yoimiya, because it really just doesn't sit right with me that my top 0.2% Yoimiya apparently can't do this. But I think I just fought the wrong boss. I think that if I just use Yoimiya against the Lava Dragon statue instead of the Hydrotoper, I might be able to do it with her. As you can see, I've used an overload team here with Raiden as the main DPS, C2 Raiden. But the thing is, my Raiden actually doesn't have that great of a build. I mean, she is like top 8% on Akasha, so I think it is a decent build. But it's nowhere near as good as my Yoimiya's build. So I think she got mainly carried by the constellations here in this fight. So if I use Yoimiya here as a main DPS and then replace one of the Pyros with like Fischl, for example, this might work. Even though this thing obviously has a bunch of pyro resistance, I still think that maybe, just maybe, Yoimiya can defeat the Lava Dragon statue in an overload team. So after this long intro, let's actually get to the actual fighting already. And oh, I see there's a red exclamation mark. Right, because I maxed out the 1200 resin today, but I haven't claimed it yet, so that's another feather, I guess. Nice. So now I have 3. But yeah, now let's actually get to the fighting. I'm gonna replace Raiden here with Yoimiya. And now the question is, who do I replace with Fischl? Xiangling or Amber? I think actually Xiangling, because Amber is built as a support, so we're gonna get some more attack from her, because she has no blast, she has elegy, and she's C6, so she gives a total of 55% attack. And her burst actually applies a lot of pyro in a very short time, so it's actually kind of good to fill up that pyro bar of the Lava Dragon statue. Xiangling, of course, is also good for that, but I think with Yoimiya as our main DPS, who also, of course, applies pyro, we really don't need Xiangling. And we do need someone to cause overload here. And Fischl, of course, is the obvious choice, because C6 Fischl with Yoimiya, they actually work really well together. So I think this team could maybe do it. Let's try it. So I think I'm gonna first get the Baron Bunnies on the field and get some energy from them. There we go. Immediately get her burst. Then he went out of Amber's burst. That's not good. But oh well, let's start attacking with Yoimiya here. Okay, almost through the first bar. There we go. Then we burst with Amber again. We don't have Fischl's skill back yet. There we go. And now we're almost to the second one. Let's do this and this. And damage. Okay, half the time is over. We're almost halfway through the HP bar. So I think we can do it. Yeah, we're over halfway through it. I think it's actually possible. Oh, almost. Come on, so close. You can do this, Yoimiya. 3 seconds. Oh, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. That was so close. Okay, I can do this. I can absolutely do this. Like at the very beginning of this fight, it like immediately jumped out of Amber's burst. And I think if that didn't happen, that might have made up for the few seconds that we failed by in the end. So let's go straight back in again and try this one more time. Okay, close again, but not quite as close as last time. I made a few more mistakes. I just really have to lock in and do this perfectly. Okay, halfway there and still over half the time left. I think this could be it if I don't completely screw it up now. Celebrated too early. There we go! It was 120 seconds, so like last second, but a win is a win. Okay, yeah! I did it with Yoimiya. Oh, I'm so happy. All the farming I did for her wasn't for nothing after all. She can clear Fearless difficulty. Oh my god, that's all I wanted. Okay, now my relationship to this stupid-ass game mode is kind of on a level now where I'm like, okay, I'm not that mad anymore about this. I still don't like it. I still think there are a bunch of things about this game mode that are just stupid and shouldn't be like that, like the feathers being locked behind the high difficulties and starting with no energy. But at least I can make my peace with it now that I know that Yoimiya actually can clear Fearless difficulty. As long as you use her against the right boss and in the right team. And yeah, like I already said, I think she also might be able to clear the Hydro Tulpa. I've actually seen some runs that other people posted with Yoimiya against Hydro Tulpa, but what all these runs had in common that they used Bennett, and I already explained in the beginning of this video that I don't use him on this account. But it doesn't matter because Overload is overpowered anyway. And it's even better that I also used Amber here, another very underrated character. Not enough people know about Support Amber. She's like actually good. It's just that Support Amber is outclassed by Bennett, of course, so that's probably why a lot of people are not using her, but I just love Amber, and I love that I can actually use her here. Let's not forget about Chefrus and Fischl. I mean, the entire team worked together here. Oh, it doesn't actually show, it only shows the first clear? No. I wanna know who that the highest, I mean, it's probably Yoimiya, let's be real. But still, like, come on. Can I not? No? It really shows only the first clear. I mean, I should have expected that because it's kind of the same in Abyss, right? When you go on your Battle Chronicles on your HoYoLab account, then it also, I think, shows only the first clear. But that's kind of a bummer. So I don't even have a screenshot now as proof that I did it with Yoimiya. Well, at least I recorded it, so this video is proof. But I still wanted to, you know, have it on the proper screenshot here. That I did the first ever Stygian Onslaught rotation with the character that I invested more time and resin into building than any other character by far. But well, I guess not. So I take back everything positive I said about Stygian Onslaught. I hate it again now. No, okay. Yeah. Like I already said, I'm still not the biggest fan of this, but at least I'm not as mad at it anymore as I was a week ago. I am mad, however, at the power creep. I've already said it, but I have to say it again. It's just ridiculous how much stronger Skirk is than Ayaka. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, there's one last thing I want to do before I end this video, since I do have some more feathers now, and last time the rerolls didn't go that well. I want to try again, rerolling the same artifact I did last time, to see if maybe this time it goes better. And also Yoimiya just deserves it after wrecking the Lava Dragon statue. Here we go, reshape, and choose crit damage and crit rate. I hope I just get 5 crit rolls, that would be optimal, of course. But even just 3 crit rolls that are all high rolls would still be an upgrade. But yeah, here we go. Ah, too much EM and flat attack again. Ah, EM is not bad, but I just really want crit. And that's the second time that I rewrote this and didn't get enough crit for it to be an upgrade. So once again, I have to choose to keep the original configuration. That's a bummer. But yeah, that's all the rerolls I can do for this in this update. So I have to wait for the next update now to get some more feathers. And then we are gonna fill up this. And that means that we then get 3 rolls in the desired substats. So then at the minimum, we are gonna have the same amount of crit rolls as we have right now. Seriously, game, you really couldn't just give that to me? After all I had to do to get this clear, all the trouble I went to on both of my accounts, and you still don't give me good artifact rolls. Typical Genshin, but oh well. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin Impact and other gacha content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.